I pretty much make music based on my life, things I've gone through, things that I hope to go, hope to see in the future, things that go on, that surround me, the people that I'm surrounded by.
His name is Flyboy Dizzy, a local Boston rapper who has been making a name for himself within his community.
I'm an artist. I've been working for the past 5 years, perfecting my craft, and I feel as though I'm making some of the greatest music of my life right now.
Dizzy says he doesn't just write songs, but tells stories through his music.
I've always had a creative mind when it came to writing. Also with music, period. Just I love listening to music. I remember the first CD I actually got was a mixed compilation, I think, from like Jammin' 94.5 back in the day, and I used to have my own. I had a Sony. What was that? The Walkmans. Can't find a Walkman right now, but I had a Sony Walkman, and that was my first CD, and I played it every single day.
There was a point in time in Dizzy's life when he didn't want to be where he was. He was living with his father, who was always at work. And while Dizzy was supposed to be at school, he'd often play hooky to record music.
He wasn't there a lot. He had to tend to work, working 21-hour days, and pretty much, waking up, supposed to go to school.
The loss of his grandmother and many close friends really affected his life. But rather than speaking to someone about his pain, he expressed his emotions through lyrics.
She was the person that kept my family together. It affected me as a person, I feel, because still to this day, I don't really talk about things. I put it in my music.
As Dizzy's music may be his own personal form of therapy, the messages he delivers have already begun to speak to others.
I never forget it, Dude Named Beans. He, was incarcerated, but took the time out of his day, to write that letter, but had my song in it, and pretty much wrote to and spoke to how it affected the way that he thought about making future decisions, in his situation. And here I am, this 16-year-old kid just writing music and being able to affect someone that I've never met and probably that doesn't have the same background as me, but struggle's familiar, so.
Dizzy and his team are currently working on expanding his brand, and he hopes to go viral someday. For 30 Minutes, I'm Charles Williams.